Okay, live stream should be starting up soon. Please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. On a side note as well, I'm not exactly feeling all too well, so I'm not sure how long the stream will go on. I am come down with something. I haven't been getting much sleep the past week either way. Maybe I'll just not do live streaming this week after today in order so I can help recover. Right now I'm updating some streamed information, make sure everything up is going up and good. Yep, that looks good. It's good. YouTube's good. Twitch. Yes, Twitter is going. Perfect. Kick is going as well. Perfect. Let me go ahead and double check my other computer as well as disable preview over here. Good. Looks like my other computer appears to be good as well. So let's go to get started. Bruce versus English. Am I online? Replay downloading. Is there something wrong with this replay? Replay maybe not good. Let's... Oh. Hopefully everything's good. Yesterday I did find a replay that crashed at a certain point. So hopefully this is good. I have no idea. So let's go ahead and find out. The hard way. Hopefully we don't find out anything. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Bars 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Cyan Rus, we have Liquid Demu. Spawn on the top left side as the Red English, we have Enos. Let's go and switch out of caster mode and take a look at the Rus player. Yes, the Rus player selected, so we can take a look at the trade bounties he may collect. We do also have a hunting cabin here, getting out another scout, so I think he maybe have 3 on the field, maybe just 2. Does find an exotic doggo there. And right now this hunting cabin does provide a small amount of trickle of gold, which is very nice. Find some more deer there. The deer deposits are in groups of 3, which makes it very inconvenient to go around collect. And the English player's eye for this frontal mill in order to get out the fish. Fish collects just as fast as deer, though it's a little bit more exposed. There's a lot of juicy, well, hopefully not juicy fish have to cook it. I suppose fish is somewhat juicy if you cook it, right? I mean, dry meat is not fun. But either way, both players now enter feudal age, and this is where it starts getting a bit spicy. Actually, we should take a look at the trade bounties first. Too busy talking about crunchy or juicy fish. Tell me, what do you prefer, crunchy or juicy fish? Okay, that's a horrible question. Finding some more dogs there, and Cyan does find a significant amount of trade bounty. Did Red not get out a second scout? I know when I play the Mongols, I do not get out a scout. I just sort of on the con. Get to clean up that deer deposit. Looks like Red did not go for the scout, and we got out with King. King's now up on the field, and if he kills off 2 boar, he will get tier 3 trade bounty without needing a trade house. So Red that opens up different possibilities for Red. Of course, the trade house is still good both for food and gold generation. And of course, there is a Kremlin here, and he can pull out the militia. Now think about it, the Kremlin was probably... The king was probably a horrible idea, because the chance of his opponent going for Kremlin is very, very likely, and the king will be easily warded away by militia. This guy's eyeing for a second town center, maybe near this deer deposit. That is the large deer deposit. I think it's only 5 deer, however, is it? It's maybe only 5 deer rather than opposed to 3 deer. Oh dear. And there we go. We do now have the town center going up. There's also some berries here to collect after the deer. Berries are not exactly a great source of food, but they are a source of food that doesn't require any wood investment. And we do, of course, have the English player making some great usage of collecting up this fish. Yeah, the king was not exactly a great idea. And now, of course, should talk about this matchup. Rus, known for having early knights. Early knights, of course, very strong, as well as uncommonly, or very commonly. We, of course, got the militia. Does have these scouts with some torches there. Of course, the scouts only have 1 damage before their sword attack. It's more of a shiv. And they do have still full torch damage. I say full 13 damage. King's now advancing forward. The king won't do all too much, honestly. The king only has 2/2 armor, not the knight 3/3 armor. I'll say the king, I think he should get 3/3 armor. Maybe more and more improvements as the age is going on. Right now, the king, it's not that great, honestly. Sure, 1 knight is very good. He's healthier than a regular knight, but he has less armor. Militia does fall down right there. Very nice. And we see a lot of spearmen deployed out by the English player as well. He's expecting early knights, but there are actually no knights. In fact, no production military structures for the Rus. The king, I'm not so sure how good the king's vision range is. Probably not that great. The king's now advancing on forward. We'll see fire from both the town center and the Kremlin. And once he realizes it's not trying to swipe at any of these villagers, he does back on off. He can heal himself, so given enough time, he will cover. But both players maybe eyeing. No, it looks like the English players eyeing to get out some more military units in archer range. We do have them. A second town center not going up for red. Sign had his out earlier, so he has more villagers at the moment. Overall, now the kind of the matchup. Rus player can deploy out a early knights as a primary strong early game unit. It's the word early knight. And his opponent can, of course, pull out longbow. A mix of crossbow, or not crossbows, spear and longbows is generally what you need in most matchups. And if you need something a bit heavy, you can always pull out some man-at-arms. Forestry complete for the Rus player. Should be deforestry, honestly. As it's upgrade to increase the damage their chops do versus trees. Single villager does get spotted and does get stabbed there. The king, however, receives quite a bit of damage there from the militia and does get dethroned there. I don't think the king is all that great of a unit still. It got massively buffed, but that tells you how weak it was beforehand. It's still pretty weak. Here's what I would suggest in order to make the Abbey Kings better. The Abbey Kings should respawn the king like the Mongols does the Khans. Make it as just a free unit, for free permanent unit there. Villager tried to be buffed up by the Wild Man, but was unable to. Militia now advancing on forward. He only has 26 remaining with them. He could just run away with them, but he's going to stand and fight. The militia do get some damage on end. Their base damage is 6. Spearman's base attack is 8. And the militia does also do bonus damage versus, what's it called? Militia do both bonus damage versus cavalry, doing up to 12, as opposed to spearmen's plus 20. Now this villager is the improved villager. Might want to keep her back at home, maybe. Get her next to a farm, have her start working a farm. She's going to be valuable, though it's a minor benefit, but I hope even out the villager count, honestly, because this villager works, what, 300% faster? So in other words, just one villager turns into 3. So imagine it says 42 rather than 45. He's still behind, but it does even out the villager count a bit. It may be just best to throw her on a farm, a nice safe area for her to work in. She's going to be collecting up some wood. I would just, the reason why I say farm, I say just put her somewhere nice and safe. A farm's is safer than a wood line in general. Now you got castle wage for the Rus player. Got the high trade house. Not providing massive gold income, but does of course allow him access to also deer. Now he's getting some cavalry archers or horse archers deployed on out. And there is a sizable force of spearmen, longbow, and the king, and a scout responding. There's a nice force here. He's trying to build another lumber camp there, but does use some arrows there. Does use a villager there. Very nice. Militia not being pushing forward. Cavalry archers not pulling the field. Cavalry archers, I believe, just do damage. Yeah, they have 12 attack, but they just provide good damage. And they do reasonable well versus armor as well. And the king does get taken out by the militia, very nice, but still a significant force here. High Trade House will eventually spawn more and more deer, so you don't have to immediately get deer collected. These scouts are being cleaned on up, militia is still going down. Cavalry archers are doing some good work. Does get another more longbow there. Militia starting to get overran. They do have plus 40 health. I'm not so sure. I think they just get health for age, don't they? Not so sure. Cavalry archers getting some good damage on in. A good item versus the spearmen. And the militia did provide quite a bit of a buffer for these cavalry archers. Does pick up one there. Does see the stab. He saw one off, and they got the single hardened spearman throwing down some torches. He does pull back every single one of those villagers from that region. Not sure why he did that. He needs to start collecting up some of this food. There's still some deer in this region as well. Remember as well, the High Trade House does not share, what's it called? Trees with the hunting cabin, so you can go get those independently. Now I've got Boyar's Fortitude, which is a good item to support his cavalry archers, getting a bit more durability. As right now, they're all reasonably good versus spearmen because they can outrange them, but may want to get some pierced armor to help protect them against those longbowmen. Their range is 4.5, where the archers 5.0, and longbowmen are 6.0 if I remember correctly. Or 7 tile range, even farther. So they're, yeah, regular archers actually 6 range. He's going for a large number of cavalry archers, horse archers. They do cost food and wood, not gold. So they're a good item if you don't want to invest gold and stuff. And the less he invests gold, he can use the passive gold generation here for his various technologies, research, and all that sort. Picks up the longbowman there. Longbowmen do have a damage of 6 right now, while the horse archers do have a staggering 12 damage. Horse archers are good. People don't build them enough, in my opinion. They're also a good item to support your knights. If you are going to take a bad engagement against spearmen, or with your knights, having some horse archers put some serious pain onto them is actually very useful. Horse archer does see some by there. Warrior monks now grabbing some relics, very nice. The monsters over here, he already has 2 claimed, 3rd on the way. He will need to build another monastery. This relic can easily be claimed. And where's the last relic? Oh. Got down into that monastery there. And Warrior Monk's way up here. Red has not claimed a relic just yet. There's only 4 relics on this map? There may only be 4 relics on this map. It's going to take out the boar now. There's a scout in this mix to support these cavalry archers. The only problem is scouts do have melee attacks, so they can be pushed forward and receive a bit of extra damage. And then to keep them alive for spotting purposes. Cavalry archers see good hits there. Cavalry archers now trying to overrun these longbowmen. They of course good mounted units to help engage these forces. Naya's Castle Network is a large number of cavalry archers here. 16, 5 on the way. There's only 10 longbowmen and decreasing, 4 more on the way. And he does have a knight on the field. He needs more longbowmen at this moment in time. It's getting some good damage around the horse archers. They do have +1 pierce armor and +1 damage being increased for both sides. Red is going to use +2 damage as opposed to +1. He does have an outpost here. He does have a garrison. And right now it's providing 7 damage each arrow, barring the primary, which is 11. And Warrior Monk will back on off this region. You got this palisade walls all over there. And now we got +2 pierce armor being researched by Cyan. Very nice. Villagers advancing on forward. I don't know. I don't see a keep on the field just yet, but he's likely eyeing for a keep. He has right now 850 stone, so he needs a little bit more. Oh, no, it does cost 850 stone. I don't know why I thought it cost 1,000. And now I do got a keep right here, and there's still a lot of good amount of food here. So Cyan could try collecting that up. Does take up the king there, very nice. Longbow now hitting these archers. Cyan does, or villagers. Cyan does only have less villagers by a small margin. More pierce armor or pierce damage being researched by Cyan now. And it looks like the villagers will get to keep up and going. Next up, they should get out a hunting cabin and start collecting up all these fishies. Cavalry archers advancing on forward. And the thing is, you just simply can't just go for man-at-arms to deal with these cavalry archers. Not only they're fast, or horse archers, not only they're faster, but they hit harder than other archer assets. Getting some good hits on these villagers now. Very, very nice. Red still has a superior number of villagers. His Castle Age landmark was the King's Palace. And now you got a lot of fishermen here. He's really going to try to avoid farms now, isn't he? Warrior Monk stabbing some of these villagers, but the villagers will stop him from killing the buddy.
Over there, on midway.
Horse archers now advancing on forward. And look at all those fishermen. These hunting cabins are providing pitiful amounts of gold. 5 gold, 11 gold. It says some of these villagers, very nice. Town centers fighting away. Of course, horse archers don't really have inherent pierce armor, so they're very vulnerable, but the Warrior's Fortitude does give them quite a bit of health. And now we've got the King's Palace also firing away. And this is the special villager. He needs to snipe that one. Does not snipe the special villager. And these horse archers just simply got whittled down by all the town center arrows. Does spot the gold there. Lost a scout there, so didn't see those scouts retreating. Warrior Monk trying to capture this one. May actually go down to this outpost. Looks like he actually is out of vision range now. Now we've got the high armory now being pulled out of the field. Going to pull out some forward siege works. Two second sites now claimed by blue, gaining some good gold generation. And also got the spring gold and placement going on up for the central keep. He does have plenty of wood, so maybe gonna either build out a handful of siege workshops there. Finds a good volley onto these villagers. He does not have textiles, so these villagers 14 damage, countered by the 1 pierce armor, so it'll be 13 damage each. 5 is 12 is 60, so that would be 65 damage per volley with those 5 horse archers. Which is enough to take out a village, to say the least. You only need 4. 4 would do 48, so 5 would be enough to kill each villager no matter what, but 4 with increased damage versus pierce armor would be enough as well to kill off a villager per volley before textiles. More reason why Red should right now get textiles. Got a massive amount of research here. Gallop ability. Oh yeah, this is one of their new ability. Activate the increased maximum speed with +2 tower range for 8 seconds. I need to remember that next time I play Mongols. Soon the Mongol cavalry archers can also get that when you get it from the Khanate Palace, but now got a trebuchet now being pulled on the field. Longbowmen pushing way up north. We do have these horsemen dancing around trying to find some more villagers. Red does have still a small advantage in villager count there, but some of these villagers will go down, which will even them out. Red's not gone for... He has almost enough food to age up. These villagers, some of these villagers may go down. Does get 1 villager there. Needs to start running towards the town center. Longbow coming over here to advance. And right now the cavalry archers range is 5.5, which is not as long as Longbowman still. It's a good damage there. Small hit squad of archers there. Does spot high armory. We've got veteran horseman up on field going for the counter. Very, very good. Trebuchet is still firing away, gets some damage. some of these cavalry archers are going down. This one does have the gallop ability, which does also increase the range up to 7.5, which makes it so they can outrange longbowmen. Ooh, I just realized how powerful that is. Horsemen also charging forward as well. More horsemen charging forward. And now you got the Weingard Palace. At this one time, he made it the Berkshire Castle, because he's been having trouble stopping all these raids. The Weingard Palace gives you to pull out some unique units. Horsemen now gain some good damage here. Horsemen do have inherent pierce armor. Right now they're pierce armor 7, as opposed to, and longbowmen right now do 10 damage. So they will do 3 damage per arrow. It's not exactly full lot. Plus horsemen will do bonus damage to longbowmen. Red now has less villagers than his opponent. Now we do got the life biology, increasing health of these horsemen even more. It makes them have very resilient regular horsemen. Perfect against these longbowmen. He needs some spearmen, not only to hit the horsemen, but potentially also hit those cavalry archers. We need to get out another